KidPak and welcome back. We have a very special game today.
I love games.
Over here we have Pastor Camille. And we have Dawn.
They both have red hair.
Oh, they both have red hair.
Wait, they do. Team red.
Team girls. Because you're Team red. Alrighty.
Team red. Sorry.
And over here we have Josh. And Brian. Well, guys, you don't need
a break. That took a while.
You guys don't need a team name, and neither do you, because you're not on teams today.
It's a free-for-all.
Camille didn't know that.
I wanted to work with Dawn.
Too bad. So the game is going to be this.
Let it be known that I asked today to play with Dawn, and they were like, no, we don't have enough people to play with Dawn. And I said, well, if Josh plays, then I can play with Dawn. And Josh said, I will play, you can play with Dawn.
4 people. It's so warm in here after those high knees. It lends itself better to 1 versus 1 versus 1. What?
Let's leave them. We're going to take these boxes and they are going to run over here as quick as they can. They're going to put as many boxes as they can in their square, in their area, in a minute. 1 minute, they only have a minute. And then for 20 seconds, they're going to be able to go around and knock down those walls of everyone else and try to have the most boxes in their area by the end of that 20 seconds. And that's it. Whoever does that wins. Whoever has the most boxes wins. Nope. So we'll see who's going to win. Let's go. Hey, Camille. How you feel?
I'm a little mad.
She feels so good. She's pumped to win. Not as pumped as I am.
Hey, how you doing?
Great.
Besides the team thing?
Great.
That's good. Hey, Bryce, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
You feel good?
Yes.
You didn't think there was going to be teams, so you feel great about this.
Yeah, I didn't even know what we were doing until last minute.
Yeah, that's how it works.
So, yeah, I'm ready.
Hey, Dawn.
Hey!
It's been a while.
It's been a
How you
while.
doing?
I'm so excited to play this with my teammate, Halfred.
Not your teammate.
Halfred!
Wait.
Are they forming an alliance?
I mean, do you want to form an alliance with Josh?
No, I'm against all these people.
So is it boys versus girls or what's happening?
It's really not. It's really not. Hey, guys, so it's all your fault.
Bob, it is, and listen, I'm okay with that. I'm ready for this.
Hey, Josh, what's this week about?
Well, we are talking about Joshua and the Battle of Jericho. God gave Joshua some rather peculiar instructions, and because he followed through on those instructions, those walls came down. You're about to see some walls coming down. Oh yeah, you will. You're gonna see Dawn's walls coming down. You're gonna see Team Red and Team Half Red and whatever the heck they're calling themselves, I don't know, but you're gonna see those walls come down. I'm ready.
How it feeling?
Warm. Why is it so hot in here?
Well, you have 1 minute to build a tower.
Wait, are we about to go?
You're going down, Team Not Red.
You're going down too, Team. 3, 2, 1, go! I got 2. Also, you're not singing, Camille.
Yeah, Camille, what did you want to tell me back?
The Battle of Jericho!
Yeah, you did.
Jericho!
Yeah, you did. I'm stacking them. We're going for it, kid. Take it from me.
Build them as high as you can. Dawn, how's it going? Feel good?
Hi.
Feel good?
Yes.
Okay.
Team Halfred.
It's all about building the tall tower within a minute. I would have won.
You would have won. Yeah, you are the tallest, so that makes sense. Everyone sounds really tired, I'm gonna be honest. Looks good.
Put my finger right.
Looks good. Wow.
I'm gonna take a 20-second.
No, we will start the 20 seconds. You can do whatever you want. Go, 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 go. Oh, my goodness.
You gotta guard your heart.
Yeah, how many do you have?
6.
6. How many do you have? 5. How many do you have?
Just as much as my sister over there.
6. Got it.
I
Josh,
have
what
6. I have 6.
You're not gonna. Well, seems there's a tie.
We should have another round because Josh is ready.
Yeah!
Josh seems ready. I mean,
What, are you kidding me? I can do this all day.
31 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go!
I only have 4.
6.
Yes! Why is it so hot in here?
Can I just say, I think I have a head injury from Josh.
Hey. Watch those walls fall down.
Those
Get
may
back.
have been some ridiculous rules, but we followed them. Also, God gave Joshua some pretty odd instructions, and he followed them.
He did.
Josh fought the battle of Jericho.
Oh no.
Jericho, Jericho, the Jericho, and the walls came down.
We love you, KidPak.
11:28.
Team Red,
I'm tired.
Bye, KidPak.
The Book of Joshua.
Last time we learned all about the people of Israel wandering through the desert, and for 40 years they wandered because they were too afraid to go into the land that God had promised them. And so now we're picking up the story where Moses has now passed on the mantle of leadership to Joshua. And you remember, it was Joshua and Caleb that were strong and courageous, that believed that God was going to use them to take the promised land. And that is exactly where we find ourselves. Joshua is now in charge, and they find themselves at a city with giant walls, huge walls. You can imagine that they're so big and so scary and it's just crazy. And these were the walls of Jericho. See, the walls of Jericho, it surrounded this huge city, and God was calling the people of Israel to take this land, that this is the first of many that Joshua will take. And Joshua sends some spies to scout out the land. So the spies go in and they're searching through, but word had gotten around that the people of Israel have entered this promised land. And they heard about what the people of Israel did, that the people of Israel defeated Egypt. And they left Egypt to come to this land. And so you can imagine that Jericho was a little bit on edge. They were a little bit afraid, and they were trying to find these spies. And so the spies were trying to get away. The spies they'd scouted out, they did what they needed to do, and they were trying to find a way out of the city. And one person helped. That person was Rahab. Rahab helped these spies escape the city. And Rahab wanted, in exchange, safety for her family. You see, Rahab and others in the city, they realized that the people of Israel were serving the one true God. And they knew that this city would fall. So they helped these spies escape. And they were able to go back and take the information back to Joshua. They began to devise a plan. And in the midst of making that plan, God had met with Joshua. And he told him what he wanted him to do. It was in the midst of honoring and being obedient to God that Joshua began to understand what God wanted them to do. And so God told the people of Israel, I want you to take all the armed men, and I want you to take the priests at the end to carry their instruments and walk around the walls of Jericho one time for 6 days. So for 6 days, they're walking around these giant walls. For 6 days, they are carrying their weapons and they're ready to go to battle. But they don't go to battle. They just walk. They are obedient to what God had asked them to do. And on that 7th day, God calls them to walk 7 times. So now, we've walked 6 and we've walked 7 for a combined total of 13 times we have walked around these walls, but on each of the times on the seventh day, I want the priests to blow their trumpets. I want the priests to bring worship to me. So God is calling them to honoring him, to leading with worship. You know, it seems kind of opposite of what we think should happen. It should be like kind of taking out the walls a little bit, or maybe we were digging under the walls or kind of tunneling through. But no, I want you to worship me before the battle comes. That's what God told them to do. And so that's what they do. They walk 6 times around, and on the 7th day, they play their trumpets. And on that last time walking around, they hold the note. And in the midst of hearing that note, the walls that were so giant, the walls that seemed so unbreakable, they crumbled. Those walls began to crumble, except for one spot in the wall. You know what that spot was? That was Rahab's home. Rahab's family was spared, just as God had promised, for her help in protecting the spies. And so the people of Israel took the city, and that was the first of many that we get to see in Joshua's story. So many cities that fall. But each and every time, Joshua is leaning and listening to what God tells him to do. And that is the story of the walls of Jericho.
What's up, KidPak? Did you know in 1992, the U.S. put out the greatest basketball team of all time? They're known as the Dream Team. They had players like Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley and Larry Bird, the greatest team ever assembled. It contained 11 future Hall of Famers. They would go on to win the Olympics in basketball, taking the gold medal, averaging a victory of 43 points every single game. They were the most dominant team ever assembled. However, a little known story about the Dream Team. Before they started at the Olympics, they actually played a scrimmage against some college players and lost. As crazy as that sounds, the most dominant team ever lost to some college athletes, and their coach brought them together and he says, "We played this game and I wanted you to see that you can lose." See, in life, we may feel like we've got a lot of skill, we've got a lot of talent, we've got a lot of things going for us, but in reality, we're never going to be perfect. When it's in our own power, our own abilities, as much as we may like to be, we will never be perfect. However, if you've ever purchased a ticket and you went and watched a game, imagine that you knew without a shadow of a doubt that your team would be victorious. Would you watch that game and feel stressed or worried? If you knew that victory was in hand, you would just sit back and enjoy it, knowing what's going to happen. When we join God's team, we can trust that the victory is on its way. It's because God is undefeated. When it's in our own power, we may feel like we can do so much, but the truth is we may fail. But when we trust in God, we know that God is our victory.